Hey there, it's Steve Dahl, and if you are enjoying these free episodes of the Steve Dahl podcast, let me tell you about a special deal that we have right now at Dahl.com. If you go to Dahl.com/promo, you can sign up to listen to 2 weeks of the shows that are behind the paywall for just $1. That's 14 days for just $1. Check it out, and we hope you become a member of our podcast family, a permanent member. Enjoy the show.
The spirit of innovation is deeply ingrained in America, and Google is helping Americans innovate in ways both big and small. Central Texas Regional Mobility Authority is using Google AI to create smarter tolling systems and improve traffic flow for Texans. This is a new era of American innovation. Find out more at g.co/American innovation.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Not all meals are created equal. For instance, breakfast has the spicy egg McMuffin for a limited time, and lunch doesn't. McDonald's breakfast comes first. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
This message is sponsored by Greenlight. With school out, summer is the perfect time to teach our kids real-world money skills they'll use forever. Greenlight is a debit card and the #1 family finance and safety app used by millions of families, helping kids learn how to save, invest, and spend wisely. Parents can send their kids money and track their spending and saving, while kids build money confidence and skills in fun ways. Start your risk-free Greenlight trial today at greenlight.com/Spotify. That's greenlight.com/Spotify.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Guy.
Hey.
How's it happening?
Good, thanks.
Good.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How was that Thursday show?
Good.
Yeah.
We had fun. Yeah. How was your Thursday?
Well, I prepared to do an entire broadcast on it, or whatever you call this podcast. It's a podcast, Steve. Anyway, so thanks for doing that.
Sure.
We it's no secret that we record Thursday and Friday on Thursday, because you would do it too if you could give yourselves, any of you, or yourself or yourselves, a 3-day weekend. You would, and we can, so we do.
Yeah.
And how great is that?
It's pretty nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so, hey guys.
Hey.
How's it happening today?
Good.
Just fine, thanks. How you doing?
I'm good. I've got some stories to tell.
I bet you do. That's what we're here for.
How was Thursday's show?
Fun.
It's no secret. We record, I don't think it is. We're not trying to keep it a secret. We record Thursday and Friday's podcasts on Thursdays usually.
Usually, yeah.
Because one of the great things about having our own podcast where we make the rules, we can give ourselves a 3-day weekend if we
Right on, man. Take that, the man.
Yeah, you suits. All you jive-ass suits. You used to make me work 6 days sometimes.
Ugh.
Oh, imagine that. My horrible hard life where I had to come in and play records for another 4 hours.
Yeah.
It's like,
thoughts and prayers, bro.
I know. I give the time and temp of the weather. And sometimes time 2 ways, just to blow some minds out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had a good show yesterday, Friday. We had a good show, lots of fun. And, Thursday, is what I meant. And, I'm confused. I'm all discombobulated.
Yeah. Time traveling again, Billy?
Yeah, exactly.
See, Brendan, I read books. Slaughterhouse 5.
Billy Pilgrim.
Good. Well, I'm sure it was great. And I can't wait to listen to it. And this is Friday. And the reason the boys did the show, as I'm sure they probably mentioned, was that I had to go for my radiation simulation, they call it. Which is kind
radiation simulation. That's like is that a that's
a good name
George
for a song.
Clinton album?
Yeah, right. Fucking with some P funk.
Yeah.
Radiation. Simulation of our nation. So don't be impatient. So, so it's a simulation, and so I think we already talked about this a little bit yesterday. After a normal breakfast, whatever that is, I just shoved as much food in my mouth as I could, in my belly as I could take. Then you don't eat the rest of the day, and then you take but skip. It doesn't matter. So
you have to do 20 ounces of water, right?
Yeah.
With no pee-pee?
Well, let me tell it in a different order.
Okay, cool.
So I do all the things they say. I drink the magnesium citrate, which is, as you mentioned, Doc, just delightful.
It's it's no nonsense, and it's not like you're choking down the 84 ounces or whatever, one horrific gulp at a time.
It's actually not bad. Mm-hmm. Turns out I need to drink 2 bottles, but we'll get to that in the story.
And it's only like $6 a bottle.
Yeah,
so whenever you're feeling a little stuffed up, just boom.
Boom,
treat yourself. Yeah.
Hey, Brennan, is it irritating you that I'm sending you Greg Maddox clips?
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. No, I love Greg Maddox stories. They're amazing.
I have just recently, I know he was the professor, and I know he was an amazing pitcher, but I'm just recently, I'm doing a new character now. Recently, I just recently learned of his, he was even more brilliant than I thought. Mm-hmm. Like the way he called the game, he signaled the catcher. Like by, picking his nose or whatever. That would be I don't know, fastball outside or whatever. It's just a lot of really interesting stuff. His secrets that he's willing to tell now, and they're quite fascinating.
Oh yeah, they're great
anyway,
stories.
I'll try to lay off. I didn't send about 10 others. I only sent 2 or 3, I think. So.
Oh no, keep them coming.
Brendan, just wave it off.
Yeah. I don't think he was waved off much.
It doesn't sound like it.
Because there were there's one, I don't know if it's one I sent to you, but when he was with the Braves, Bobby Cox sent out the pitching coach and told him to walk somebody. And he said, no, I can pop him up to third. And with 2 pitches. And they're like, come on, no, seriously, Bobby says you got to walk him. And he said, no, I'm not going to do that. So he goes back, was it Mazzetti maybe? Leo Mazzetti?
Leo. Mm-hmm.
And Bobby Cox is like so mad when he finds out, right? And then he pitches him low and away, which sets him up for the, I think it was a strike low and away, sets him up for something inside. He pops it right up to third base.
There you go.
And they're like looking at each other like, oh my God.
Unreal.
We can't tell this guy what to do ever.
Right. Unbelievable.
He's the dog. He's the mad dog.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So get up. You want to just hear it in...
what do you got?
Yeah, you've already done a show, so let me take you through my timeline, gents. Mm-hmm. Get up at 7:30. In hindsight, maybe I should have gotten up a little earlier because I also did some salting. Mm-hmm. So, because as you know, once you reach the age of 70, as my beautiful wife and I have, falling is your greatest fear.
Yeah.
And running out of money. Those 2 things. Mm-hmm. And I suppose, their cancer's right up there, too. So salted the driveway as much as I could without going on the driveway because I have one of those broadcaster things, they call it. And I don't think it's because I was a broadcaster. I think it's like a thing for in the summer for spreading fertilizer on your lawn and in the winter for spreading salt. It's
good name for that.
Yeah, because it broadcasts it everywhere. Mm-hmm. Did that, came back in, drank my 20 ounces. Mm-hmm. And a little cranky. I believe Janet would be able to attest to that. A little cranky.
Wait, hold on. Really? Hold on.
Stop the press.
We were running a little late. I wanted to be there at 8:45. Because you drink the water, and then you're supposed to wait like an hour. And it was icy, and quite frankly, and I apologize for this in advance, Brendan, but we were going up Wolf Road to get to Ogden, and your St. John of the Cross school was letting in, and there was also a mass letting out.
Oh, sure.
I said, "Fucking Catholics!"
Great.
And then I made a quick left. So sorry. But I don't really feel that way. I just it was a bad whatever.
Road rage.
Well, no, it was just I didn't want to be late. It doesn't seem like you should be late for these things.
Sure.
Right? Because it's it's all they've got it all timed out. So anyway, we get there.
Late. I think being late is the biggest cause of road rage.
Yeah, I hate to be late. Hate it. So
because it's usually preventable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, by leaving earlier. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we concur. So we got there on time, of course, and so all of that was all of my tirading and my my crazy old man shit that I was doing.
Your blanket dismissals.
Mm-hmm. Yes, of the entire Catholic education system.
Yeah, right.
Up to the college level.
Mm-hmm.
Inferior education anyway. And she said, "No, it's not." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I know." So we get there, and Janet was waiting. She stayed out by the snack bar because the last time I was there, remember the doctor said that one of the women that works in the office there, her husband is a subscriber, and he heard me talking about how small the waiting room was, and that was the one at the surgical center where I went out to Des Plaines or whatever, and they took the biopsy. But in fact, the waiting room there is too small, and I'm happy to work with you, doctor, because I know you subscribe now, and I hope you're enjoying the show. I'll be happy to work with you on getting a bigger waiting room if you want. I didn't, as a gesture of goodwill. On the other hand, I'm completely fine with the way it is because everybody is so nice there, and So I went in and I checked in, and then I literally got a cancer card. It's like a card, like a credit card with a barcode on it. So when you show up for your radiation treatments, you just scan yourself in, and then you go back to the men's I'm going to call it a locker room. It's not attached to a sport, really, but it's a locker room. And you change into your I won't have to change anymore, but today I had to change into a hospital gown.
Sure. Cancer gown.
Yeah, which I can't tie those in the back. My brain does not have the ability to tie those, so I just put one on in front, and then I told the tech I had double bagged myself, and he said, "Okay, well, you can take that one off now," because I didn't want anybody seeing that sweet little ass of mine, wandering down the hallway, and they know they can never have it.
Oh,
actually, my ass is so bony now. I got a new wallet that holds all my credit cards. It's like I'm sitting on an anvil. So I think I'm going to be one of those guys that has an iPhone with like one credit card and his driver's license attached to it.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm going that way. I might even go side pocket.
Mm-hmm.
I bet that's how a Greeley operates.
Yeah, wallet in the front pocket.
And a pool shark.
Yeah, 8-ball side pocket. So I get my card, I go sit down, then the technician calls me, who actually was one of the technicians that ran the machine for Janet, like 10 years ago.
Oh.
And his name was Patrick. That's an easy name for me to remember. Fucking Catholics. And just kidding. Mm-hmm. And so then I went back and I changed and, went into the room where the machine
happens.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The room. Yeah, no. And I wanted to be in the room where it happens. And I think, and I'm not 100% sure, and they were so busy, I didn't want to go all, small talk Steve Dahl on them, Cancer Steve. So I didn't, everybody seemed really, really busy, and they did the last time too, and I wasted a lot of their time. So
yeah.
I just, I didn't want to ask a lot of questions. But I think one of them is like maybe an MRI or something that they run you through to see where all your organs are parked, and that your bladder is full, and that your And, listener discretion advised, your rectum is full. I mean, empty. Because they need that out, that clears more room for the radiation.
Yeah.
But they want to isolate the prostate. So I lay down on the table, and it's like an air mattress kind of. And then they adjust the air or whatever it is, they adjust it to you so that you'll lay exactly the same way every time.
Yeah.
Which, that seems really smart. It's helpful to me, and it is radiation. So you just don't want to just point that anywhere.
Just blast away buckshot.
Yeah. It's somewhere down there, right? Between your legs? Yeah. So I go in the CAT scan, I think it was a CAT. It might have been, an MRI, 2 times. Come back out, and the guy goes, "Hey, any chance you're interested in making some number 2 right about now?" And I'm like, I guess, but I don't, I drank that whole bottle of stuff, and, sure, I'll go try. He goes, "Can you do that without losing anything in your bladder?" And I was like, I'll give it a shot, bro. So I went in.
That's some delicate work there. That is
yeah.
That's some walking and chewing gum at the same time kind of.
Well, I just ended up just squeezing it. Squeezing it like I clamped down on it so it couldn't it couldn't leak. And it took a while once I stood up to, get it so that when I released, it didn't just go everywhere. Anyway, so went back in and went back through the machine, and he went, "Yeah, okay, that was enough, but your bladder's not full enough." And I'm like, "Well, I drank the 20 ounces." And he goes, "Well, you might need more." And I was like, "Okay." So they gave me 2 glasses of water. I drank them, waited for 10 minutes, went back in, came back out, 2 more glasses of water, went back in, came back out, saw the doctor, and he said, "You're probably going to want to drink more water before you come, and maybe even a little bit earlier, because you really should feel like," and I said, "like when I'm driving to Florida and I have to stop at a rest stop even though I know it's dirty and creepy." And he went, "Yes." But that being said, they did put the marks on me. They take like a marker, and they mark the 3 spots that line up with the metal pieces that they put in last week. And then they put tape over that so you can shower and whatnot, and, the marks stay there. And so the doctor told me that it would either be 5 treatments, or I think the other one is like 20-something.
Yeah,
based on my bladder. But my bladder is going to be so full the next time I go there, my eyes are going to be yellow, although it's just clear water. So that's right. Then I'd probably have, if my eyes were yellow, I'd probably have hepatitis. So I was disappointed in myself because I know what my bladder feels like when it can't take any more, and I wasn't at that stage. So, whatever. That's why they have a simulation, right?
Is the 20 ounces then a recommendation, or is that at least you have to drink 20, right?
Well, that's what the paperwork says. Yeah. But that's why they have the simulation. That's what he said to me. He goes, "That's why we have the simulation." All right. Okay. And he said, and if for whatever reason, your bladder being, I'm sorry, this is kind of, I don't want to.
Everyone's pausing the podcast to go to the bathroom now.
Yeah, sorry. But he said, if it doesn't space out like we want to, then we would have to give you lower doses, and it might be more treatments. And I was like, hey, whatever it takes, I don't want to have. Yes, I'd like to go to Florida. I didn't say this to him, but I'd prefer to not have cancer rather than just go to Florida. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was that, and then I went back in and It took a while, though, because they had, each time they gave me water, they waited like 10 minutes for it to get in my bladder.
Okay.
And whatever. So when I'm leaving, she comes into the men's. There's lockers, and then there's a dressing room behind that. So one of the technicians came into the locker area with my schedule, and I saw Monday, and it was blacked out, and I thought, oh, great, Monday. But it's Monday in 2 weeks. So I've already been working on trying to get that moved up.
Yeah.
I'm the worst patient. I am. I mean, if you're a doctor and you see my name, man, just, come up with a reason you can't see me. But anyway, if it takes 2 weeks and 5 days or 20 plus days or whatever, I'm down for it.
Is it 5 consecutive days, or is it 5 Mondays in a row, theoretically?
For the 5, it's every other day.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So that's probably, over 10 days.
Okay.
And but he said everything else was good, that, the reason I didn't have to have the hormone shot or any of that is because everything is still very low grade, or, early or whatever. So, and there were I'm sorry, I'm tapping on my iPad. There were, when you take the first letter of something and you put it all together, like,
Pig Latin?
The only one I can think of right now is DOGE, but
Oh, an acronym?
Yeah, there were some acronyms that flew out, which I didn't get, but they always send you a follow-up with all the information, because Janet wasn't there to take notes, because only she is the one that understands. She pays attention. Me and my mind is wandering. I'm like, but I don't think I saw the radiation device. I think they were just scanning to make sure that they only want to hit what they want to hit, So, I mean, I was disappointed and angry at my bladder, but I sucked it up, and we went to the Honey Bee for breakfast, and now I'm all better in my brain anyway.
Aww,
so
nice. Okay. What'd you have for breakfast?
I had the bacon, avocado, egg white omelet.
Nice.
With the pancakes. I understand that's a mixed message. Bacon and egg whites and pancakes rather than fruit. But I only ate half of it. Brought the other half home for later. I like the Honey Bee.
Good spot. I enjoyed eating there.
Yeah. It's sometimes I go in there and it's not very crowded and I get worried. But we went at like 10, so that's kind of late for a breakfast place, right? Mm-hmm. But there should have been more, like ladies sitting around, gabbing or something. Or maybe they don't want that, because there's a Starbucks right next door. So, but the dude, he got the parking lot restriped. Got some new signage: "Do not park here if you're going to Starbucks, or you will be towed." Which right on, man.
Can you turn that around quickly? Make good on that threat. Can they do that? Like,
he wasn't.
As soon as he sees somebody walking over there, is he on the phone?
I would be.
Yeah.
I bet you that. I bet Chariot. They're located not too far from here. Chariot towing service. I bet they can get there pronto if they need to.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
You've done business with them?
I've been told by them. Yeah, for sure.
Oh.
Yeah, and they're a good company, and they they're prompt, and I feel like you might even have somebody on retainer if you're fighting that the Starbucks crowd.
Yeah.
Especially because they're so stupid, because all they need to do is roast to order coffee,
right?
And they can save like $3 plus a cup,
and
they can enjoy it from the time they make it in their own home, and then maybe transfer it to a travel mug or whatever, and they can enjoy it. You're already at your destination where you can begin enjoying it. You're at home.
Yeah.
That's my Super Bowl ad for Roast to Order. Do you like it?
Yeah.
So anyway.
You just say the product name.
Oh, right. Yeah, right. But we'll get that guy that was supposed to sound like Eugene Levy, We'll get him to say. I really do recommend watching all of the ads in advance. It really frees you up during the game. Mm-hmm. And no one else is eating at that time, so you can cut right to the front of the Sloppy Joe buffet line or whatever it is we're having here, which isn't really an issue because I'm a grandpa and I don't have to do that.
But isn't watching the commercials with people part of the joy of it, the shared experience?
It's been so long since I've been at a family Super Bowl party. You might be 100% right.
Yeah.
So I'll whatever. Yeah, whatever. I probably won't. Based on today, I probably won't have to get up to pee ever. I seriously couldn't believe. Are you kidding, man?
Right.
All the times that I interrupt something important or whatever. I'm sorry, man, but I got to go to the bathroom. And then the one time I need a full bladder, I come up short. I'm such a loser. That's where you're supposed to say you're not a loser.
Well, it's ironic. I think that's
okay.
That's a more.
But Brendan wasn't even going to say that. Brendan was like, "Yeah, what are you going to do? You're a loser." Sox fan.
We can't all win.
Hey, you might as well tell the Sox pitchers and catchers to not bother reporting. I saw that the Cuban fella, Roberts.
White Sox, Louis Robert?
Louis
Robert.
Jr.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that he wants out. Or was that just a meme, like a Instagram meme I saw?
Yeah, I don't think he's made any official statement. No, there have been trade discussions with the Reds, but nothing materialized.
Shit, I'd want out. Oh, the Reds. If he actually reached his full potential with the Reds, that would be bad for the Cubs.
Yeah, I'm glad. I don't want the Reds to be any better. They already have a great manager, Terry Francona, so...
You want me to go ahead and call Ricketts after we get done here and tell me how to shoot somebody down there to the south side? And you bring Luis. I think it's Luis Robert, but whatever. But I know that's how we say it here, Louis Robert. Although I said Roberts. But I think if you brought him up to the north side, he might be like, "Yeah, it's all right."
Yeah.
Even in the winter. I mean, it's like they have a winter wonderland park going there now. So, and I'm sure he, coming from Cuba, ice skating has got to be his second love. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Alex Bregman is a rumor, an all-star for the Astros. The Cubs are supposedly in the
that'd be nice.
Deal. Yeah, that'd be a huge boost to the lineup. So that's a possibility. And then, the Bulls are making trades as the deadline nears today, and then
sorry, bro.
Of course they're
now you know what it feels like to be a White Sox fan.
They're in no man's land, and then of course the big
they're rebuilding.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah, half rebuilding so far, but I'm glad they re-signed Lonzo Ball. I'm happy he'll be back. But that's
the basketball. Is that they've named the ball?
right.
I'm sorry, that was stupid.
No.
But they have gotten rid of some good players. Right?
Yeah, Zach LaVine was traded, and they've just been stuck in this mediocre land for several years. So it's been, I guess you gotta make some moves. You gotta shake things up somehow.
Well, I saw the coach talking about it, and he was excited, but you could also tell he didn't really know what was going to happen to him.
Yeah, he'll be up for renewal at some point, but the rookie looks good for the kid from Hinsdale Central, Mattis. So there's some glimmer of hope.
Is there internal trouble in the Blackhawks? I feel like I see young kids lipping off against each other and the coach.
Connor Bedard.
I think he didn't respect. Jeremy Roenick didn't think he got the respect from Bedard that he should have when they announced him as a Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
right?
I heard that.
Yeah,
but other than that, I don't know. I don't even follow it.
I thought there was some new kid, even newer than Bedard.
That disrespected the coach. There's been some, the Blackhawks are just having such a garbage season. There's going to be frustrations everywhere. I wouldn't read too much into it, but of course the big news in town today is matriarch, Virginia McCaskey, passing away at 102 years old.
Oh, geez. I did not know that. I see her picture. You sent us her picture, and I'm sure if I clicked on it, it would say all that, but I thought that was just to cheer me up.
Oh, right on.
No.
Hey, come on, man. She's 102. Well, that's too bad. I know Tom Thayer was very fond of her, and she very fond of him, and say what you will about the team and all of that. You know, she was a really nice lady. She went all the way down to Joliet for Tom's mom's funeral.
Yeah.
And got served communion in the back row, which I have been told by other Catholics that's how they do it for the, older people or whatnot. But this was like special communion. This wasn't just like, okay, now we go back to the people, that can't make it to the front. This was like, we're bringing it to the Queen, which she deserves. And deserved. So,
yeah.
Okay, well, rest in peace.
And, I mean, NFL history-wise, just, the span of things that she's seen is...
basically, I mean, the league started, when she was a baby, but I would imagine from her first ability to remember stuff, she remembers, all of that. The leather helmets, being a human shield for Red Grange so he wouldn't have to talk to people because he was with a baby. Way to play it, Ghost. Right on. He invented ghosting people. That's when it was invented. Right then
immediately, the group chats that I'm in are, you move on to the next thing. Well, are they going to sell the team now? Is there, that's... Oh, yeah. That's the...
I don't think they will.
No, you don't think so?
There's like 200 of them making a ton of money off of it every year. I mean, the thing that we forget about, I don't forget about it because, I'm complaining about the length of T-shirts. So the NFL, they split, all 32 teams split the TV money. They split all the merchandise money. And there's even a split home and away game split. So you can really have a team that's, as long as you can keep putting people in the stadium, you can get by with a team that's, 3 or 4 and 13 or whatever, because you're benefiting from all of the other teams that are, successful. So that's you're already guaranteed a ton of money.
Yeah.
And the whole family, I believe, or most of the family, that's how they support themselves. So that's my guess. Then again, I think the team's worth several $billion. So you divide that up, maybe that's enough. Although it seems, I'm noticing lately that really rich people, dudes especially, they can't seem to get rich enough, which I don't get.
Mm-hmm. It's a race to be the number one billionaire.
Well, yeah. I mean, if I had $1 billion, I would stop. I would be like, whoa, stop. That's enough. You don't want to get too big of a boat, or so I think when you're getting into the hundreds of billions and you're still like, I guess it's just their thing, but I don't get it. I would be, I like what I do, especially with you two. But if for some reason we were to get a billion, that seems like enough. I don't even know why you need 1.1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean,
I think there's a mindset that you can't shake. I don't think there's a number that pleases rich people.
Yeah, well, it's gotta be from some like deep-seated insecurity or something. Because it's like, dude, you're a billionaire. Get on your yacht and
Greed is a big addiction.
Yeah, I guess. I'm only slightly greedy, so not really addicted to it. I'm more of a binge greeter. Or whatever you want. Whatever. Greeter sounds like I work at Walmart. But all right. Well, let's we're going to call Jim Fabrini. My watch is going to remind me when it's time to call Jim Fabrini. But in the meantime,
Scumbag. Do I have the word fucker written all over my face? We have a problem. This is Steve Dahl Show.
Oh no, she's still there.
Rambo. We're all in China, buddy. Thank you, Director.
You know what I've been doing, and it's somewhat Scandinavian. I feel freaking out.
Oh baby.
Oh boy.
That's what I was looking for. Names.
But you had 2 birth certificates, right?
Do you like a challenge?
Yeah, I guess. You should have caught me 6 years ago. Social media, where society goes to be destroyed.
So, did you resist the urge?
I did.
Is there still an open bar?
Sorry for yesterday. I like this idea about the boot camp and stuff. Let's do that. I'm a catch now. I don't see how I was a catch before.
I think righteous vigilanteism is a growth industry.
Care more. Rigmarole.
Gunfire.
You get a lot of hair.
Mindful and inclusive.
Interactive food.
Decadent and bad for you and spicy and delicious.
Hey, Rowdy.
I want to do it, believe me.
Do I have to do that again today? Good to go. Do I say, like, I think that something is very Swedish, or do I say Scandinavian?
Scandinavian, I think.
What was that? Do you recall?
Oh, I have
My
to
love
think.
of lingonberries?
No.
No worries if you can't.
I forget what it might have been.
But
it wasn't whatever it is I follow up with.
Yeah.
Freaking out. I think that's from something else.
Yeah, that's every day over something. Okay. And we on the way home we stopped at Matt Dahl's house and picked up Roger, and he just was neutered.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got the cone. He's got the cone that we bought for Rosie. That's kind of collapsible, kind of fabric-y, so it's better than just the lampshade one, in terms of comfort. And we brought him here because Matt's has a shift, for the next 24 hours. And so he's going to stay here and because he's healing. And when Matt's not around, man, he's like the sweetest dog. But when Matt's around, he thinks it's his job to protect Matt. And I try to explain to him all the things I've done for Matt, but he just won't listen. So Matt's aware of that, and he's going to work on getting that trained out of him. Because I guess I think he's a lot pit bull. I think, and I might be misspeaking about the breed, but there's some breed that he has in him that's their thing, is guarding their person. Like that, it's instinctive to them. So whatever. He's in the back room. I think when Janet just gave him one of Rosie's dog Xanaxes, and he can just be back there chilling.
There you go.
The show. How are your dogs? Good?
My dogs are doing well. And as a matter of fact, we're kind of slowly, we try to keep them separated. And not because there's any danger, but she's big and excitable. And so each of the 3 other dogs has a different reaction to her. The young, vulnerable Kip, small one, really wants to play with her, and she wants to play with him, but she can be overwhelming to him just physically. Margot, the older gal, just growls at her, but she doesn't snap or anything. And Claude, they're working it out. He's learning to ignore her excitability. So the integration process, we're handling it slowly, but it's working well.
Good. I'm glad to hear that Claude's being cool, because he is French, and sometimes they can be a little uppity.
They're just passionate people.
Yeah, I know. Actually, when I was in France, people couldn't have been nicer. So I'm really not sure where that comes from, but it must come from somewhere. But
lovely,
my French. French. I'm trying to think of Spanglish, like a Spanglish for French, but French. I can't say it. Franglish. Okay, my Franglish is they find it amusing. Because I know just enough to say 3 or do a tickets, and then they're like, well, "What's tickets?" I don't know what tickets is in French. The show, this is kind of cool. I think I was looking at the link that you sent me is from Instagram with Virginia Hallis McCaskey, 1923 to 2025, and that's all it says. It's just a graphic. Mm-hmm. But the first couple of comments are, last game she saw was a win at Lambeau.
There you go. That's great.
And several people said that. So everybody seems to be playing nice, which is good.
On her birthday, no less, I believe.
Yes. I believe you're correct.
Kind of kismet, kind of special.
Yeah. And,
yeah. And, of course, I've already gotten some communications from subscribers wondering what the future of the Virginia monologues is.
I was thinking the same thing.
But I've got a long time to figure it out till next season. So sit tight and, we've got George.
Don't underestimate the power of that character. I play him a little bit back out of respect for Buzz's Virginia. But, I mean, if you need me to bring some George, I can bring it.
Yeah. You might be stepping into the starring role. We'll see. We'll see.
I could also do Caleb. September. I can do Caleb, and you won't find it offensive. You just have to do that in between every sentence. And then you're talking like Caleb. So if you're interested, I have ideas. Great. I know you don't like a writer's room. I hate a writer's room.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that you will figure something out. You always.
Plus, you've got a reverb setting if you need it.
I do have reverb if we want to do a little bit, some long distance traveling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see.
And I would set it to heaven. Don't. No. I mean, if anybody was concerned.
Yeah, of course.
Set it to heaven. And yeah. All right. So the show is brought to us by all of our great subscribers, and we welcome those of you that maybe learned about the podcast via social media or a couple of things online about me having cancer. Which again, I Janet took those pictures of me in the I was double bagged again in the hospital gown last week, and I said, you can go ahead and post those if you want, and never thinking people are going to want to know what's wrong. So then when I announced what was wrong, I announced it like, the Hindenburg had just crashed or something, which I didn't really mean to do, but whatever. The show also brought to us by our podcast partners, such as David Hochberg, Team Hochberg, 855-56-DAVID.
Well.
No, shit. See, I was looking at my watch to make sure that it's 1 minute from Fabrini time, and I have not taken David's out of the number one position here, so I'll give him one free one. 855-56-DAVID. Actually, I think all of January was free. 56david.com. Okay. John Heggie now moves to the top. Heggie Law, Jheggie at HeggieLaw.com. Estate planning, 847-272-7360. Here's something that I know for sure. And I learned this from some Instagram stuff out in Cali. But it's true in Illinois as well. If your home is owned by if it's in a land trust or if it's in a family trust, you need to make sure that the trust is the beneficiary of one of the beneficiaries, I think maybe even just. But you check with somebody who really knows, like John, for example. You have to make sure that the trust is a beneficiary of the homeowner's policy. Because there are people that didn't do that in California, and the insurance companies, and you're going to find this hard to believe, are trying to weasel out of paying them. Because it's a trust, and the trust is not listed here as a beneficiary. So I don't, I'm sure somebody will come to their aid at some point, but it seems like we bought our house in a land trust because at the time I thought I was so cool. I didn't want anyone to know, where I lived, but I don't care because nobody cares where I live anymore. So, although there was at one time that Mancow sent Turd out to look for the extra cocaine even though I'd been sober already, and and he knew that because he fake asked me about, drugs and staying, not doing drugs. And I was really honest with him. And then he went on the air and just repeated everything I told him, which was super cool. But he sent Turd out to look for the extra coke, like the leftover cocaine. And it's like, there's no such thing as leftover cocaine. Number one, even the baggie is clean. And number two, I was waiting out by the garbage can with a baseball bat. So he went to the White Hen. That was back when we still had White Hens, and called in and pretended he was at my house. So, welcome.
And now you know.
Well, it's just it's not this isn't all just whatever. He's an asshole.
It's not all showbiz. There's real people behind.
Yeah, it's showbiz gone wrong, but it's it's not. Yes, do I always sound like the happiest guy on earth and the funniest guy on earth? Yeah. Am I? No. Pretty close, though. Okay, we're going to call Jim in 1 second. Roast to order, roast2order.com. Delicious, freshly roasted coffee delivered right to your door. Make it at home, save money. You'll save a ton of money. Just try it for a month and don't go buy coffee anywhere else. Just make your own and see how much money you save. And you'll be like, fuck. And this is really good coffee. It's better than the coffee I get at these places where I go and spend all that money. And I have noticed at the store that if you want to have any of those syrups in there or any of that kind of stuff, you can get it at the supermarket now and do it yourself. Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And if your wife likes whipped cream, that's great because there's some whippets around, and sometimes nitrous will take it'll take the edge off.
Write your name incorrectly on the mug with a Sharpie.
Right. Or even ask yourself, hey, what's my name? Mm-hmm. Roast to order, roast2order.com. And let's give Mr. Fabrini a call here and see how he is doing. I think he wants to talk about the Dahlcast listener Valentine's Day specials.
Great.
Hello, James.
Steve.
Hi, Jim.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah,
how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Okay, good. That's good. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that you're making a mistake. I'm just wondering if I'm on with other people besides that.
Yes.
Is Jim there? Okay.
If they could just say hi when I say hi, it would eliminate all that, but they won't do it because every week they want Tom Thayer to, remember that I'm an idiot.
Jim, can you confirm?
I can confirm. Yes, you are there. Hi, Doc.
Thank you. Hi, Jim.
Hi, Brendan. How you doing?
Good. How are you, Jim?
Well, I'm all smiles today. I heard some, good, bad news. I guess you guys already talked about it, I'm sure, right?
Don't know. I did not do the Thursday show, so.
About the Bears.
About Virginia?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We did talk about that. I don't think we talked about a good angle on it.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying.
But people think that the team will be sold, right? Is that the good news? It's okay.
I think, yeah.
Huh? Yeah, no, hey, dude, it's a free country for now.
Yeah,
you're entitled to your opinion.
The McCaskies have some, they elicit some feelings amongst Bears fans, I understand.
Mm-hmm. And we did discuss that, So, that is, I guess that's a question that needs to be asked and answered at some point. So, but it's kind of amazing that she was around for all of for the NFL from its very inception. I mean, she was a baby; she didn't know what was going on, and Red Grange used her as a human shield. ghosting people. Is that a callback, Dog, if you just repeat the same joke again?
It's a rut.
Okay. Awesome. So she has passed away. I would imagine just peacefully in her sleep or something, right? I mean, 102.
102, right? Yeah, that's a pretty good life, right?
I think so. Yeah, especially if you're
we
super
should be
rich.
Lucky, right?
Yeah.
Although apparently it was in a BMX accident.
Oh, sure. Well, she did love her off-road biking. Yeah.
Got to wear those helmets, people.
Mm-hmm.
You know that as a snowboarder, as a reckless, cockeyed snowboarder.
Let me ask you a question before you boys start arguing again. I've been seeing on Instagram, because I only watch Instagram now, and the algorithm knows me enough just to send me dogs doing cute stuff and skiers and snowboarders, so I can talk to you and Dog about this. But I have seen people waiting in line for the ski lift at Vail, and it's like there's like 1,000 people in line. Is that something that's
crazy? Huh?
Is that what it's like out there?
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
So no, not every day, but when they get long weekends, if they get a long weekend coming up, they'll, which I'm assuming that they're having that this weekend, or it's decent weather, then everyone comes up from Denver and out of the woodwork, and they add to the people that are already have their vacations planned, and then it goes crazy. Now, if there's something else going on there, I don't know, but that happened also in Utah because they were having a strike. Some of the Epic workers were striking. That happened earlier in the year. And I would be so mad if I booked a trip out there and, I couldn't get any runs in. So
when you say
walking up the mountain.
When you say Epic workers, do you just mean they're really good workers, or is that
That's the name of the company.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. And I've seen a lot of people falling off of chairlifts and chairlifts malfunctioning and running into other chairs, and then some just breaking off halfway up the mountain.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah. I every day I'm getting something. And it appears to be new, but, who knows with the internet. So just be careful. Guys, promise me you'll both be careful.
Never happened to me. Dog, how about you?
Never had an incident like that.
Promise me you'll both be careful. Try to go places with the tow rope. I think that's the safest thing. Have you seen the snowboarder that goes sideways and takes out all the skiers on his way down the hill?
Yeah.
That's a good
classic
one.
Yep.
Yeah, classic.
It's like he was aiming for them, though, because
it was. Yeah.
I mean, there was a way to dodge them all.
It had a Pac-Man feel to it.
Yeah. I mean, I think he just decided, fuck it, man. I'll take out some skiers.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I can't make it, no one else is going to go, right?
Yeah. And
the
he really
first one felt good. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I know. The first one's like, what the fuck? Just all the way down the hill. Bing, 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 bing. All right, James. Valentine's, your busiest day of the year? Up there?
Busiest single day. The busiest week is Mother's Day.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah.
And I think I said this to you before. People say, I don't care when you get it there. Just get it there. Anytime this week is fine. So in Valentine's Day, they say, listen, if you don't have it there on Valentine's Day, you can just take it back.
Yeah, I need it specifically for Valentine's Day.
Right.
Yeah. I went to fabflowers.com yesterday, and I typed in Stever, and I saw 3 specials. Are those the ones for Valentine's Day?
They are. Those are Stever specials only. No one else can see those on my website. And you can't find it on my website unless you type in Stever. And I took your suggestion, and I named one after Brendan, and I also named one after Doug too. So you got your own. Everyone's got their own. Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah.
Jim,
the
that's
Brendan
really
bunch,
wonderful.
Brendan bunch, and the Dag flower brag.
Sure, and he called you Dag just because you're a skier.
Yeah, no, I got it.
He knows it's dog.
I didn't have to.
I know, but there's not really a lot of rhymes with dog.
My so-called smartphone every time writes DOG, and I'm like, where's the artificial intelligence on this thing?
Yeah,
but yeah, I thought
I answered all those things.
There's a Brendan Bunch. Dahl Rose Special Mixed, and Dog Flower Bragg.
Wow.
And Brendan's is the most expensive.
There you go.
Tell me how to get to these again here.
But it's also a big...
No, it's beautiful. I'm going to get...
You can't see it from here, but it's really pretty, so it's very nice.
I'm going to get the Brendan for Janet.
There you go.
Okay.
No, I'm going to get two. I'm going to get two whatever. I'll get one of each.
Steve, would you feel weird if Dog or I outsold you?
No. I would be happy for you. I would be happy for you and wish you luck in your new endeavor. Whatever it might be. I hear Barstool Sports is hiring.
Right.
Dog's already got other gigs, so he's good. All right. So those are beautiful arrangements. And
wonderful.
You go, Dog, to answer your question. I found it. You go to fabflowers.com and in the search bar, just type Stever.
Stever.
I know you've
already
found it, but just for everybody else, I thought I'd mention that too. And that's good pricing. That's a lot of flour for what you're charging there, buddy. Thank you.
You're welcome. And another thing I want to say, Steve, is that when I was at their birthday party in Rosemont, people came up to me and said, "Hey, do you think this is a good idea if I were to be advertised on Steve's show?" And I'm like, "Dude, it's the best marketing thing I've ever done. The dollar for dollar." So if listeners are listening now, I just want to say to them, you're going to kick yourself in a year. If you do it today, you're going to kick yourself in a year for not doing it 10 years ago. So
right on. Thank you, Jim.
Listeners should be, it's true. And, I think we might have talked. I said that, hey, Mike was there too, and I brought him aside to see if we could find the guy again, and he I couldn't find him. You got a lot of people there, so
Mike Helfer.
It was hard to, No,
Mascow?
Mike.
Mascow. Yeah.
He was there, and I said, "Hey, this guy wants to talk to us about advertising on Steve's show." And I thought I had said enough, but he's not advertising, so I didn't.
Well, I didn't. I really appreciate it because it's hard to make people understand.
They don't get it, and your listeners are just very loyal. That's the thing. And I understand about the mortgage guy. I've already forgotten his name. He's offered a couple things.
Yeah. So have we.
Yeah, I accidentally gave him a free one just a little while ago.
Just kidding.
You can't lose.
If he's not making money,
right.
He's right, exactly. If he's not making money, how are you going to do it? But I mean, if you're selling stuff like flowers or whatever, I don't want any of the florists on, but
you're exclusive.
But,
exclusive.
If it's something similar to this, it just doesn't make sense not to do it.
Yes. In fact, maybe I'll get some quotes from you guys and make a little sales brochure or something, because I am getting tired of explaining myself. I've been explaining myself since I was 16 to people. Like, what do you do? Or they're like, the best one is, what did you talk about today? And I'm like,
right.
I don't know. I don't even know. Stuff. Just stuff. Really? I'm like, people,
just, life stuff, daily life stuff.
Yeah. And then sometimes I used to say, it's the original show about nothing. And then they're like, no, oh, yeah, right. Like, you're as good as Seinfeld. Like, no, that's not what I meant. But it is kind of a show about nothing. But yet everything. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just you have a conscious stream that just keeps going and going and going, and then if you're listening like I do, a lot of times I'll have to go back to see what you were mentioning, what you were talking about, and then I'll have to go back more, because something else led to something else, and it's just a stream of consciousness that you're just going through, and that's the best part of you, Steve. Best part.
Thanks.
Is that it just keeps going. I don't know how you stop at an hour and a half, right?
Oh, I do. Ask the boys. It's lockdown. No, I was born with a that's Scandinavian. Mm-hmm. I was born with mental diarrhea. It was diagnosed as, and so it's served me well over the years. But thank you, Jim. I appreciate that, and that does make me think that maybe I should get some quotes from you guys, because yeah. I mean, David's situation is nobody's taking out mortgages, so
right.
It doesn't. I wouldn't trust him with my mortgage if he kept just losing money. Well, no, because I think it's worth it just to be my friend, to pay it, the fee, which isn't that much, right? Well, we don't have to say how much it is, but
no,
it's not that much. So, whatever. If anybody's interested, Jim, thank you for the nice...
Call me first. If anyone's interested, call me first.
Okay.
And then call Steve.
Right on. Thank you,
and
Jim.
I'll give him the straight dope on what's going on with this. It's just that your listeners are so loyal to not just you, but also to me too. I mean, they're great people, and we'll stand in line when we're at your birthday party. I got to meet so many people, and they were great.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was
Mike,
very impressed.
I mentioned Mike Helfer because he was there, and he's the one that made the coins.
He was there. You're right.
He's opening up a Lustig jewelry store up north, and he's going to come back on too, I think. So.
Oh, great.
And I actually, when I was cleaning out my studio the other day, because I have been working on it, I found all of the old Steve and Gary Lustig can be trusted commercials. Wow. So whatever. Well, thank you, Jim. That's very nice of you. And I'll tell you what, for every deal you close, I'll get you some paraffin for the bottom of your snowboard. What brand do you like?
Sex wax.
Sex wax.
Kidding. I have no idea. Yeah. I don't wax it. So thank you anyway. I don't need that.
All right.
I'm good.
Yeah, that would just
my snowboard goes fast enough.
Yes.
Any faster, I'd be running into the dog when he's standing still on the mountain.
Would you like a new pair of gloves then? Something like that. Maybe a scarf.
No.
I'll knit you a scarf.
No, I don't need anything.
Okay.
Thanks, Steve. I'm just it's a PSA, right? Just telling people what's actually going on.
That's a damn good commercial. Thank you. And once again, now do you have any? I did some ice skating this morning on the driveway without my skates, and I didn't enjoy that at all. So I don't know how you two managed to go down a hill on, frozen water.
Gravity's a big component.
Well, I know, but a hill that's any steeper than like 15 degrees, that would be a bunny hill, I guess.
That's what we live for.
I know, I get it. I mean, it must be exhilarating as hell if you have the confidence to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way I feel when I surf, guys.
Sure.
That
you
one
can relate.
I'm just saying, Steve, you're closer to a snowboarder than you are to a skier. Like all the guys that are out there on snowboards, you ask a lot of them, they're surfers.
But most of them.
Sorry, dog. I hate to say it, but
most of them can probably stay up for more than a second and a half. So
all you need is a lift pass and to walk around the lodge, and we could put some makeup on you that makes you like you have wind and burn.
Right.
No, I'd really want to do it.
Goggles. Oh, you do.
Well, I mean, can I get on one of those things like the Beatles got on and help? One of those. It's almost like a rascal, but it's got skis.
Yeah, a little blade on top of elementary school chair.
Well, it was I think it. Yeah, I don't know exactly, but it was something that they could sit on and go down the hill. Yeah.
What about skydiving and you're attached to Jim? he's your instructor.
No, I want to do that thing where I just jump out with no chute, and then Jim has to catch me. He has to catch up to me. Which I don't know a lot about terminal velocity, but I think he should be able to catch me, but I'm not 100% sure. So
one way to find out.
Yeah, only one way to meet me in Sandwich, bro. Let's do it. Sandwich, Illinois, the skydiving capital of Illinois. All right, fabflowers.com. It is, I think.
Meet me in Sandwich should be their town motto.
We could open a little restaurant out there called that, Jim.
MEAT?
Just something else. Something else we need to keep track of is another business, you and I.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. fabflowers.com is the website.
Yep.
Don't even worry about the promo code. Promo's built into these, right?
Yeah, there's no discount on these because they're really, really very good pricing.
Yeah.
I mean, exceptional.
No, I know. I have bought a lot. I've made a lot of mistakes in my marriage, and I have bought a lot of flowers for my wife.
I can attest to that. Yes, you have.
And these are this pricing is excellent. That Brendan bunch, I mean, that's quite a deal Brendan put together there.
Yeah, those beautiful.
Remember when we went out and
that's for serious infractions.
Yeah, remember when we went out and we all designed our own arrangements?
Yeah.
And I would go, Jim, do you think baby's breath is too much? And he would go, no, you could never have too much baby's breath. Mm-hmm. And hence mine does have some baby's breath in there.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. So fabflowers.com, and then when you're on the homepage, Stever in the search bar, and hit return, and then it takes you right to the Brendan bunch, the Steve Dahl special mixed, and the dog flower brag.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
So, I'll change the name on that if you give me another an alliteration or something else I can put for your name. Dog, you got any ideas for me?
I'm thinking right now, Jim, and
okay.
That's the flower brag is.
I'm good with I'm good with anything. I like the Brendan bunch. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I think you you're tired after that one, and you know. Boy, baby, that alliteration just took a lot out of me. All right, well, lay down, Jim. I'll make some tacos.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, man. I'm kidding. They're all three are awesome.
They're wonderful.
You're awesome.
It's an honor. Thank you for naming them after us. Yeah. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, and thank you for being such a loyal partner with the podcast.
My pleasure, Steve.
You're the man. You're the man.
Right back at.
All right, well.
And you are the men.
Oh.
Hombres. Somos hombres sincero. Now I'm going to do Guantanamera. Guantanamera. All right, we will talk to you soon, and if I don't talk to you before Valentine's Day, happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's. I'm a man wishing another man happy, which is fine. I don't care. But I hope that you have a good one and a continued success out there at the greatest flower shop in Illinois. Possibly America.
You,
I haven't been to them all yet.
I don't think it's a bad thing I don't think it's a bad thing for you to wish a florist a happy Valentine's Day. It's just
right.
It's not like we have to get in the basement and get in our shorts.
Well,
right?
That we do that over at 2BC at Joe's Bike Shop. So I'll keep you notified. You sexy snowboarder, you. All right, we'll talk to you later. Thanks, Jim.
All right.
Bye, Jim.
Bye, guys.
Bye, buddy. What a nice thing to say about the show.
Oh, about that.
And about his how great our subscribers are in terms of supporting the people who support us.
Yep.
It's like a terrarium. It's like an ecosystem in a terrarium.
Yeah.
Only I'm in my basement and the walls aren't made of glass.
Yeah.
But back in the day, radio stations used to have glass viewing windows, and saw some stuff. I'm not going to lie, saw some stuff. And I'm sure I've told this story before, and Brendan is now texting Doug. He's told every story before. Sacramento, KROY, Sacramento. And it's on Arden Avenue, which is a pretty busy street there. And the studio that's where I worked with the Blue Whiz.
Oh,
and
sure,
he would nail every night. He would be having nail is probably not the right term to use anymore. The proper nomenclature, Donnie, or Walter. I guess that's a dude says it to Walter. He would have sex in the general manager's office on his couch, but you had to walk almost a city block down from the front door of KROY to the studio. But there has to be another exit for fire, right? Mm-hmm. So the fire exit was in the studio, but the door was taken off of its hinges because they didn't want you to open it up to let people at the window in. Although that never stopped the Blue Whiz. And the one time I tried to do it, you have to push on the bar, right, on the fire bar, and I'm lowering the door down, and it's about at a 45-degree angle, and I look to my left, and my ex-wife is driving up. For some reason, I don't even know why, because she didn't give a fuck about me, so I don't know why. She's driving up as I'm clearly opening the door for this girl standing at the window who basically has her top pulled up.
Uh-oh.
That didn't go over well.
You were married at the time?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. I guess legally, yeah.
But not
living together?
Happily.
She was not my person. Janet's my person. It was just a practice. It was like a practice, like today. You know, how full does the bladder have to be for? Yeah, is that? I mean, I don't even know what. I don't. Yeah, all I know is the girl pulled up her shirt, and I thought I need to let this girl in.
Yeah, she's going to catch a cold out there.
Yeah, something horrible could happen. Arden Avenue is, the mean streets. So yeah, that was. And then the best window was kind of at WLS AM when people could come up to the fourth floor and just watch in the hallway there. That was always kind of fun, and we could talk to them. We had like a two-way thing. That's cool, and we could even put them on the air, which was fun too. Mm-hmm. The good old days when radio existed. And was fun. It still exists, but it's not fun, and I don't think it's really serving the public interest in most cases. Now, gentlemen, I have a story here. I haven't clicked on it yet, so I don't know where it came from. I am going to read you the headline, and you tell me where you think it came from. I'm thinking Florida. Woman 19 is no, that's the story. Wingstop manager doused patrons with ranch, hot oil.
Yeah, that's it sounds like something that could happen in Florida.
Ranch hot oil. This is somebody, an employee taking it out on the customers somehow. I'm going to have to say Florida too.
It's correct, gentlemen.
Okay.
And I didn't look. I'm like, that's got to be Florida.
Yeah.
And January 30th, a 19-year-old Wingstop manager is facing felony after she managed to work her way up to manager.
Felony? Oh, man.
Felony charges after she doused two customers with hot grease. That's a felony, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's almost like assault with a deadly weapon, right?
Yeah. Right,
During a confrontation Tuesday, and ranch dressing. Hot grease and ranch dressing.
Just to cool it off a little bit?
Yeah.
So maybe it's thoughtful in a way.
Yeah, she tried to mitigate it, to the best of her ability. Some cool ranch. What else, that makes the most sense. During a confrontation Tuesday night. According to investigators, the victims tangled with I gotta make the print bigger. Carneal, maybe Carneal, Irene. She's a female. the Wingstop worker inside a Port St. Lucie, Florida outpost of the Chicken Wing restaurant. I don't think it's really an outpost so much as just a location. But Irene told police that the customers, one of whom is a minor, were loud and disruptive. See, that if you want to be loud and disruptive, I think you go to BW3.
They encourage
for your
that.
wings, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right, just pretend you're yelling at a game.
Mm-hmm. Even if there's not one on. Mm-hmm. Or Hooters.
That's a little more low-key restaurant style, I think.
Yeah, not as much yelling. Another thing I saw on Instagram, and I don't know if it's a fake thing or not, but that there are going to be new Hooters uniforms, and they're a lot more family-friendly.
Aw.
I know. No hot pants and no, like that little tank top or whatever it was. They should have like a going out of business sale on those.
They're going to emphasize the owl more now, too, just to...
Yeah, I don't know. It looked like... It looked like the way they dress is a problem for them. Mm-hmm. So, and I guess I get that to a certain extent, but, nobody's forcing you to go in there. Irene told police that the customers, one of whom is a minor, were loud and disruptive and caused a disturbance. During the dispute, which is not further detailed in the arrest report, although possibly, you never know, maybe some security cam footage will make it online someday and we'll all get a chance to watch it. During the dispute, one of the patrons pushed a container of straws off the counter.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Gauntlet dropped.
I don't know if that rises to the level of hot grease coming at you.
Well, let's say it built organically, like and a napkin retaliation. Then maybe there's some ketchup.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Sody pop.
Forgive me. I need to play one of our Dahlcast gems. Apologies.
Oh.
I mean, the thing still works, bro. I don't know how many years it's been. It still works.
Oh,
it's got to be like 13, 14 years, right?
Right, yeah. It goes back. It's the very first interaction we had.
Yeah. And I love you, man.
Oh.
Brendan,
right
you're okay.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Best flower arrangement.
Mm-hmm. There's a place for old-timers on the doorstep of death. And sad, toothless fuck-ups strung out on crystal meth. It's the romper room for reprobates. It's the dangling wang of the United States. There's boozers and losers and substance abusers. They're making the news down in Florida. Floridians in the news.
All right. Mm-hmm. Back to the hot. The chicken wings, hot grease, and ranch dressing.
Cool Ranch.
So the one of the customers pushed a container of straws off the counter. Mm-hmm. Which I get. I mean, it'd be a hassle to pick them up. And I don't know about you, but if nobody was looking, I'd just put them all back in the container and put it back on the shelf if I were the manager. I don't want to have to be accountable for all those straws that are missing. Because I feel it's that kind of an operation. Like, what's this with the straws?
Okay, we sold 1,200 drinks.
But we...
7,500 straws.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
This is going to come out of your $4 an hour.
Yeah, right. The conflict, cops say, escalated when Irene responded by throwing ranch dressing at the victim. So she started with ranch. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's like, their version of pepper spray maybe or something, or, I don't know. And then she had to come with the bear spray, which is the
yeah, that's the dangerous.
So she started with the ranch, threw that at the victims. She then went into the kitchen apparently not getting the response she was hoping for with the ranch dressing. This is pretty good. And returned with a bucket of hot grease.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's the big leagues right there. You're playing for keeps now and for a felony. The liquid, she threw that liquid at the victims. Hot grease. Store security footage. Oh, great. I'll just file a Freedom of Information Act thing. Get it. Somebody will. Store security footage reviewed by police shows an individual trying to hold back Carneal, but she pushes forward and throws the liquid in the bucket. Carneal, no! We need that.
Don't hold me back.
We need that for the French fries. Irene's, cops say, admitted to spraying ranch dressing on the customers and justified her actions. Boy, get a lawyer. They read you your rights for a reason. I know you want to talk. You just did something bad. You want to confess. You want to get it off your chest.
Try to clear your name or whatever it is you're doing.
Don't do it. Get a lawyer.
Yeah.
Or one will be provided for you. Probably not the best one, but at least one probably better at the law than you.
I got a great hot oil guy.
Yeah. No disrespect to Carneal if she's attending law school. But anyway, and just putting herself through law school at Wingstop. She admitted to spraying ranch dressing on the customers and justified her actions by stating the customers were being verbally abusive and had reached over the counter to knock over the straws. She claimed the tossed oil did not strike the patrons. So it was like a purpose pitch.
Oh, okay.
Some chin music.
A little chin music.
Some chin grease. Never hit them. Come on, man. Yeah. I'm smarter than that.
Your Honor, I don't know if this is a felony, Your Honor.
Come on. I think they shit themselves when I did it, Your Honor. It was hysterical. Yeah. We couldn't stop laughing about it. The hot oil recipients complained that the liquid burned upon impact, so they begged to differ, and resulted in shiny burnt skin. Shiny burnt skin. I think I might have said shiny burnt skin. I don't know why I'm mispronouncing words, but it's burnt. But I would, in Florida, that's a good, that people are looking for that look, aren't they? Kind of a little bit, Yeah. Get some color. Probably not that way though. A crime scene investigator photographed their injuries when cops arrived at Wingstop. The eatery's floor was greasy and slippery, or as I would like to say, greasy and slippery. And it appeared that workers attempted to clean the oil that was all over the floor. So they were we got to get this cleaned up fast, man. She's going to go down for a felony for this. It's hot.
Quick,
grease.
start sucking it up with those straws.
Right. Or just roll some wings around in it. Yeah. Irene was arrested and charged with aggravated battery and aggravated child abuse. Oh, because of the minor.
Young kid.
Oh. Yeah. And even, that's, that just reading that looks bad. When the bailiff reads the charges in court, that's going to sound bad.
Yeah.
I think I'd go bench trial on that.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd want a jury to hear about that. I think jury hears that,
Yeah.
Quilty. You're quilty. Irene was arrested, charged with aggravated battery, aggravated child abuse, both felonies. She was freed yesterday from the county jail. I wonder if she'll be on one of those intake shows that I like to watch.
Oh.
Where bond had been set at $15,000. Now, I was ridden by Janet all day yesterday, and not in a jostling fun way, because I complained to that one T-shirt manufacturer about the shirts being too long, and I actually got a response from them, and they said they would, if I said what designs I wanted, they would make sure that they found shorter shirts.
Wow.
So I think that's a crabby old man. I think that's a guy that gets things done.
That's a David Horowitz move.
Yeah.
Fight back.
Yeah. Yeah. Only for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But I would, when they talk about bond, they never talk about what kind of, like it's $15,000, but is it like she has to come up with $150 or, you know, there's different ways that they write bonds. Some of them are for the entire amount. Some are for 10%. And I think that should be, part of any reporting on bond. So it doesn't really rise to the level of my T-shirt is too long, but whatever. And, that's why I can't wait to get down to Florida, guys.
Yeah.
Man, I'm not a big fan of the ranch, but God, do I love me some hot grease.
There's boozers and losers and substance abusers. They're making the news down in Florida. Floridians in the news.
Oh, so layered.
Yeah.
Shit, man. Come on now.
Boom,
Come
boom, boom.
on now.
Yep.
Come on now. What if it was Brendan and they threw hot grease at Grease?
Ah.
Your friends would have a field day with that after they took you to the burn unit.
It might be a new nickname. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure he's been called hot grease before. All right. Well, so that's that. I'm not going to do this story, but Wendy's gunfire over cold fries. I'm just going to click on it. And, Kentucky checking in with, maybe we'll do that one next week. Kentucky, which, once you get south of the Mason-Dixon line here in Illinois, everything gets weird.
Yeah, fries are a valuable commodity down there.
But, Nashville is seemingly normal, but everywhere else is just a little dicey. Yeah. Little dicey. But Kentucky does check in with some pretty good stuff from time to time. So.
Yeah, it's a commonwealth.
Yes, absolutely. And it is a commonwealth.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. But I don't think they operate like they used to. I mean, it really was everybody. The Commonwealth was like everybody owned a part of everything. Kind of
Commonwealth.
Kind of like socialism, really, a little bit. Not that it works it works. Now, Commonwealth Ed, I don't feel they're operating in the common with any mind to the Commonwealth.
Doesn't feel that way.
Of anybody other than the people, on their board of directors and whatnot. Yeah. I think it was a Commonwealth at some point, probably when back when. And I'm just making this shit up now. You don't have to.
I can tell you.
Google
just
correct me.
Searching around.
Well, I'm using my a lifetime of gained knowledge to, just I guess to not postulate, but to make an educated guess that back when. Light bulbs and all that started up. It was everybody pitched in to get the system going and whatnot, and it was common. It was a common. All of the customers owned a part of the utility. I would think.
Yeah,
but I could be 100% wrong, and I don't care.
Stever@Dahl.com.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want, but it's like
be gentle.
I mean, I'm doing my best here. I mean, I'm trying to sell advertisers. I'm trying to do the support. I mean,
play the cancer card.
I got cancer. I literally have a cancer card.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
which is kind of awesome because you just scan and go in, and then you get ready, and then they take you. And it's going to be at 2 p.m. I want to, which is fine. I can get my bladder full by 2 p.m.
Oh, yeah.
But I was really mad at myself and my bladder. Because, I do get up to pee all the time on an airplane, but most of it's usually just for fun, for something to do. Right? I might, end up talking to a flight attendant or something on the way back. I know some of the lingo and whatnot.
You can be like a runway model.
but I'm a floamer. Is that like a foamer, but for flying?
There you
go. A floamer? All right. Gentlemen.
Yes.
Have a lovely, Super Bowl plans very quickly. If you don't have any, that's cool too. We're having, I'll start just so you can, if you don't care.
Something. Yeah.
Right. And make it good. Yeah. We're having Mike's family over and Pat's family over. Matt is working. I did extend a call to Matt, and I said, hey, I can sneak Jackson in, because Jackson's 11. Mm-hmm. So he likes to watch it. I said, I don't, and nothing against the other kids, and I don't want to make them feel bad, but I don't think we could handle, and I think he understood that. So I don't know if Jackson's coming, but everybody else is. Mm-hmm. And I don't think Janet has decided on a menu yet, but whatever it is, I'm sure it will be good. And she bought she buys like a lot of themed, like football themed stuff for a Super Bowl party. So there's some good photo ops. So that's what we're doing.
All right. Nice. That's great. My Super Bowl plan's still kind of in flux. Nothing concrete yet, but I'm sure I will watch the game with friends.
Man, you really take it down to the wire with your events, man. You're always like, kind of in flux still. We'll see.
Yeah.
Waiting for the best offer. I like to get all the offers in.
Right.
Kind of sift through them, see what looks
like
good.
A first draft choice.
Yeah. No, totally understand. You're scouting right now.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Doug?
I was going to ask.
I'll be at home, I think. I don't think I have any plans. I don't think I have any plans to go out anywhere. Just going to be home.
Yeah. That's fine, too, Mm-hmm. I'm glad that I get to be...
haven't been invited anywhere, so I'll just...
Well, you're welcome to come here.
No.
There you go.
But, that's like you have to commit 5 hours on the road.
Lost in the shuffle.
No, you wouldn't. Are you kidding? No, not at all. But we would make you perform.
That's the thing. Everybody wants a piece of. Everyone wants a piece of me now.
Well, you're big time, bro. You're touring, and you got a European tour coming up in the summer.
Yeah, UK.
You're fucking.
Yeah.
You're
unreal.
You're international.
It's crazy. Yeah.
So good for you.
Thank you.
And both of you are certainly welcome here if you want to come here.
Great.
Okay. Thank you.
Brendan, you have to eat outside.
Hey,
I'm kidding. But remember that time my dad wouldn't let you into his house? Mm-hmm. You were so lucky that you had to wait in the car.
Sounds like it.
Oh, my God.
Sounds like a shit show in there.
Although, I wish... There's a part of me that wishes you would have seen it. I think you'd maybe take some pity on me. I mean, seriously, did you ever read about Romulus and Remus? I mean, he was raised by wolves. All right, boys. You want to pick who's going to win?
Sure. Who you like?
You know what? I got to pick him right now because of Saquon Barkley.
Sure.
I think he's the wild card, but I guess I wouldn't bet on this one. I don't think. Maybe a prop bet or something, or a parlay, but I wouldn't. I don't think I'd bet on the outcome of this.
Cool.
I feel, and I'm not trying to be chicken shit. I think it's like, it's really like
it's a toss up. It's going to be a great matchup. Mm-hmm. I think I'd say the Chiefs will win just because they tend to win.
They do seem to, at some point, they do whatever they have to do to win. So I guess I would say Chiefs, too.
Eagles by 10.
All right.
But I have nothing against the Eagles, and Saquon Barkley is, watching him play is really something. You know? I mean, he is...
it's magnificent.
He is. He's absolutely magnificent. One last thing. 18 years ago, Super Bowl, Bears, Colts, Devin Hester. I forgot. He was a rookie that year.
Mm-hmm. Goodness.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Unreal.
And I know the rest of it, they They should have played Kyle Orton. We all agree on that. The rest of it, was the score looks closer than the game was. At some point, I think Tony Dungy was out there playing just for fun. It was like, but to see that one play, that one kickoff return, it was kind of all worth it just for that.
It's pretty great.
Incredible moment.
Yeah. Rookie to Hall of Famer. All right, boys. Have a good weekend. Have a good weekend, everybody. Enjoy your Super Bowl parties, and we will talk to you on Monday.
Let's do it.
Hasta la vista.
The Steve Dahl Show is done right now.
Okay, well, that was a pretty good show, I think, and I try to release one every month, but we do one every day, and if you like what you just heard, you're going to like the Everyday Show. Once again, Dahl.com/promo, $1, 2 weeks behind the paywall. Normally $10.95 a month. Check it out. Thanks.